which role will the BBC play with its different programs in different languages during the war?
Well, the BBC played a crucial role in two ways in the Second World War. First, it broadcast to its domestic audience, the people of Britain, and secondly, it broadcast to Europe, to occupied Europe. It had two functions: one, to keep British morale going while reporting the truth, and the other, to report the news to the occupied countries. In order to do this, especially to the occupied countries, it received direction from the government. It took its tone and its approach from the Foreign Office and from the Ministry of Information. It wasn't a totally free organisation outside of government that retained its independence up to a point, but it was taking direction from the British Foreign Office.
So what was the special sound or perspective of the BBC?
The BBC were very determined not to be seen as an organisation of propaganda. They wanted to be the reverse of Goebbels and the Nazi style of broadcasting and propaganda. They wanted to present facts coldly. They wanted to appear to be working on expediency, not morality. They wanted to be a broadcaster who could be revered for the truth. That didn't mean, though, that they would not have a style or perception or a way of broadcasting which was putting forward the Allied cause, but they were always conscious of the fact that they did not wish to be seen as a propaganda organisation.
And then there were the first rumors of mass killings in Germany and countries Germany occupied already. Why didn't they believe these first reports?
Well, it's a very complicated situation. It was a very complicated outlook for the BBC and for the Foreign Office. Numerous reports were coming in of mistreatment of the Jews. This had been known about before, of course, after Kristallnacht, and even before that. But during the war, these reports came through that there were mass murders taking place. This was before the beginning of the final solution in 1942. These reports were treated with a degree of skepticism. There was a reluctance on the one hand to be repeating what might be seen to be as a Jewish propaganda. It has to be said that there was a nervousness about this, that the BBC would be accused of doing the opposite of what the Germans were doing, but in the same frame. So there was a degree of skepticism and a reluctance to pursue this fully.